All right. For the sake of others who are here to join, this meeting is being recorded and the link will be shared um, immediately after the class. So, why I'm introducing this course, once again, my name is Paul Kende. So, I'm the instructor for the course, and I have my co instructor here, Tasio. And as we progress, we'll get to understand ourselves better. So, I hope we are all joining this meeting with our laptops. If you are joining the meeting with your laptop, you can drop an emoji in the chat box. All right. So only two persons are joining this meeting with laptop. All right. And for those who are joining with laptop, there will be some installations today. We're going to install Python in our device and learn the basic. So that's the objective of our class today. And also there's an attendant. So the attendant link has been dropped in the chat box. Kindly take some few minutes and fill it. So Python as a course is one of the most easy program we can ever think of. Easy to use, user friendly, and the most interesting part of Python is that it is uh, written in a high level language. What I mean by high level language is that it is a language that everyone understand. It's a language that everyone understand. It uses our natural language. So that is Python. So we can write Python in different languages. Depends on the language you are familiar with. But for this class, we'll be using English language to write this codes as we proceed. So like I said earlier, this class will just be the basis, the arithmetics, the ABC of Python. Okay, and we'll take it to a higher dimension as we proceed. Uh, Python has a lot of advantages. Okay, has a whole lot of advantages over other program. The most important advantage there is that Python is used to create so many so many applications. It is used in many websites. Even Netflix uses Python. Okay, so many applications. Facebook uses Python. Your X, which is the Twitter, also uses Python scripts to run their websites. So Python is very important, and their importance cannot be emphasized. So we are going to be looking at the uniqueness of Python. Why do we prefer Python over other programming languages? Python. Let me quickly go over, have an overview of the history of Python. Python was created by uh, Van Rossum in 1991. Prior to 1991, Java has been the leading programming language for more than 10 decades, more than 5 to 10 years before the invention of Python. So Python, before that, we have a lot of programming language, okay, but today Python is the most sorted after programming language because it uses natural language and is user friendly, easy to understand, and it has the largest library we can ever think about. And some of the characteristics or some of the features that are related with Python include is an interpreter. Okay, so why is Python an interpreter? What do we mean by an interpreter? It means that whenever you provide a certain source code to Python, it immediately converts it to an output. It provides an output that is that's the outcome of that program. But other programming language, they convert it to other form. They convert source code into machine learning, machine language before they provide an outcome. So it is easier to use. Another advantages of an interpreter is that they run the code line by line. That is one of the advantage of interpreter compared to uh, compiler. Compiler will run everything at the same time. Okay, I hope we get that correctly. Is that clear to us? All right. Python, the difference between a compiler and an interpreter, I think I've explained that. Compiler runs all code at the same time and it is very slow. Interpreter runs the code line by line and it is fast. Another advantage there is that when an interpreter is running a code, if there is an error, it executes all code before that line that has the error. Let's say you have a code of 10 lines and you are running this with an interpreter, and at the 7th line there's an error. So interpreter will provide the outcome of the first 6 lines. Then the 7th line, it will emphasize this is your error, and that is the how interpreter work. But a compiler, once there is an error in the 7th line, the first to 6th line will not be executed, and that gives us a lot of setback in programming language. So we may not get the details of what you're actually looking for. So that's why Python has this advantage over other programming language. Now, another thing is that another important feature of Python, why Python is more important than any other language, is that Python is a dynamic scripting language or a dynamic typing language. So what does this mean for it to be dynamic? To say a programming language is dynamic. What we meant by that is that when we create a variables, because the horse of programming or the motto or the the attributes that enable us to understand programming is variables. When we create variables, then these are what we use in programming. So by the time we create a variable, and our variable are like changing, we can change our variable at every point in time. We can change our variables at every point in time. What we are doing, we are having a dynamic environment. Other languages that we've had before now, your C and your C sharp, they are static. Even your Java, they are static language. You need to define the type of variable you are providing, so you cannot be changed. Once that variable has been set, you cannot change it till the end of your program. So these are the shortcomings of other programming language. But in Python, we have it to be dynamic, can be changed at every point in time. I don't know if you are following. Can I get a response?
Yes.
All right. So now let me create a variable. Let's say let me create some variables here. Let me call the first variable x. Let x be my variable. Let me assign it to a certain number. Let me say 4. And I want to know the type of this variable. Okay. So I type of x. When I run this, it says it's an integer. Okay. I can assign x to another value. Say I'm assigning x to another value. Let me say 5.5 or 5.6. And I asked my interpreter or my compiler that what is the new value for x. You can see that we can assign x to another value. X is now a float. This is why our Python is dynamic. We can change our variable in course of our programming. I don't know if we get that clearly. All right. Another important feature of Python is that it is object oriented. So by object orientation, we mean that well, Python sees all our functions, all our variable as an object. Okay. So doesn't see them as variables. It sees them as objects. So by the time we get to creating uh, by the time we get to creating functions and classes, we'll say what we mean by object-oriented programming. So with this idea, we can transfer attributes of a certain class to another class. Okay, we can encapsulate or rewrite some certain function with another higher or lower function. This is what we mean by encapsulation or inheritance. Another properties of object orientation is we have we can create classes that are morphic to another class. So when we get to inside the program, we'll understand what we mean by all of this. Okay, so I have explained interpreter as a feature of Python and dynamic nature of Python, and also I've explained how Python is object oriented. And like I said earlier, Python is growing very bigger every day. Its usefulness is going to almost all aspects of my endeavor, and with this, it has a very large standard library. What I mean by standard library, it means the documentations of Python. We can call some certain functions and we have a complete package or you can use it completely to run a certain functions or a certain attributes we are looking for. So when we call, for instance, we can call the math function. We call the math function. It enables us to solve all mathematics applications. So these are some important libraries that are in Python. We can import pandas. It enables us to create tables. We can import NumPy. It enables us to solve numeric able to do functions that are related to numeric values. We can call this symbolic pi. So it enables us to create variables to solve equations. We can also call some other libraries like the matplotlib enable us to create charts. So there are a lot of libraries and modules that we're going to get ourselves familiar with as we proceed in this course. So these are some features of Python, and it is cross platform. It means that we can transfer code from Windows to what a Linux system, or if we're having an operating system that is Linux, if we're writing a code in a window, a system with Windows, a system with a Windows operating system, we can convert such script into a Linux script, or we can convert such script into a Mac OS script. Okay, so these are what I meant by it is what cross-platform. So these are some properties or some features of Python. Like I said, it is one of the versatile programs we can ever think of. It uses human languages. So the main importance of Python is that it enables us to understand, it enables us to solve our problem from simple to complex. That is just Python for us. So let us look at the benefit. Like in my explanation, I've already explained some of the benefits. It is easy to use. It is we can convert Python into some other operating system and a whole lot more. So these are some benefits of Python. Also, we have other benefits like there are communities that have been developed for this for Python developers. So we have a very large community which enable us to learn more about this documentation of library. So of this library. So these are some benefits of uh, Python. Okay, so and I believe most of us we are familiar with this benefit. Can I get some other benefits which you understand or which I have not mentioned. Can you share those with me? I want the class to be very interactive. So let me hear from you some of the benefits of Python that you've come across in your daily routine. Are we there? Are we there?
Yes, we are. Or let me say I am.
All right. So let me hear from you the importance of library that the importance of Python language or Python programming that you've encountered, which I've
I'm
not
just
mentioned.
learning, and I'm learning from you and from the study I'm making. So far so good. I mean, the one I know you've mentioned about being able to call some library for treating numbers, NumPy, Panda, or Matplots, something like
Lib.
so. I'm
Yeah.
learning. I'm just learning as well. So
All right. Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Sambo, I can hear you.
Yes, I'm with you. Continue.
All right. So let's continue. You can put off your mic.
Okay.
So now let's discuss the basics of programming. The basic, those are just the tools. Before we discuss the basics of programming, let's look at what programming itself means. I was in a conversation with someone today. I was like, well, the person is there difference between programming and coding? So the question was, I was very shocked when I heard that. Is there difference between programming and coding? Yes, there is big difference. Am I there?
Yes. You.
Yes, you are.
Okay, so there's big difference between programming and coding. They are not the same. So that was my answer to the person. Programming, it is just a systematic structure, a systematic way of uh, compiling or finding solution to a certain problem, or they are just instructions. That is what programming.
Okay.
So other words we can use to represent programming is logic. And so what we mean by programming, they are just syntax, a set of rules that we need to follow to accomplish a task. So once we are following this step consistently, what we are doing is programming. The process of implementing these rules, this instruction, that's what we call coding. So that is the difference between programming and coding. So they are not the same thing, but we can interchange them. Okay, somebody is doing programming, so a person is doing coding, is implementing those codes. Yeah, it's coding. But the process of putting these rules together, that is what we call programming. So they are very similar, but they are different. So in this, we are looking at programming. Why is how do we know that we are doing programming? Fine. For us to be able to carry out these instructions, what are those instructions we need? First, we need to know the language we are working with. That is the first thing we need to choose before we say, okay, I want to set this rule for programming. What language are we choosing? There are a lot of languages in programming. Some important ones we have the Java programming language. That is one of the oldest programming language we can think of. Other programming languages are actually built on this language. Even Python is built on though it is built on JavaScript and and C language. So it has some elements of Java in it also. So these are languages. So they are built from one languages. One one language is built for and from another language. But the problem is that um, what outcome are we expecting? We are solving a particular problem. We don't meant to have problem in solving these problems. No, we meant to find something simple to be able to solve our problems. So, but Python tend to have those characteristics. It understands our language, our natural language. So, with this alone, it makes coding easy. So we have C. C is also a programming language. C++ is also a programming language. JavaScript, although it's not a full programming language, but sometimes we call it a typing language or a TypeScript language. So it's just a scripting language. That's JavaScript. Although it's also a programmer, but not a full programming language in question. So the first thing we need to do before programming is selecting our language. So what language do I want to use in solving my problem or carrying out a certain task? That sequence of tasks which we have aligned, we can also call it algorithm. Okay. So algorithm, they are just okay. I have a question here that what is a scripting language? Yeah, a scripting language is just like a typing language. Okay, there are a lot of scripting languages or a scripting softwares. Okay, so JavaScript tends to be one. It enables us to create or to design. Okay, so scripting language has that feature of design. In fact, there is no website we can think of in this surface earth that does not have element of scripting. Okay, the first thing to build a website is your scripting language. So all websites you can think of has scripting language. They are built from JavaScript, and that's why JavaScript is very important. So, in fact, if I would recommend, I would after Python, I would recommend JavaScript because for those of us who has interest in using programming for uh, web development, they need JavaScript. Okay, so JavaScript enables us to create or design. So it has that element of designing pages. Okay, so these are why JavaScript is very important. So yeah, Arrow is not a scripted language. Arrow is a statistical language, okay? So Arrow is just an advanced calculator. Let me use that word. So it enables us to compute. Okay, so Arrow is a statistical language. Yeah, it's not a programming language. Yeah, for those of us who are interested in data science or who have passion for Arrow language, okay, so Arrow is not even a programming language. Arrow is not a programming language. Arrow is a statistical package. Okay. So just an advanced calculator. Don't mind, don't mind Arrow. Okay. So, but it's very important. So if you are doing anything regarding statistic, regarding all of those things, you need Arrow to do that effectively. All right. So for those of us who will be needing, who understand, who love Arrow, and but we have interest in solving Python. Okay, there is a Python ID that will enable those who are in what's it called, who are in Arrow to solve their problem because Arrow has what's it called, this ID Spider has the same IDE with Arrow. Um, with Arrow, so they have the same interface. The way they are, we have four different compartments in Arrow. So is Spider. So for those of us who understand Arrow, but we need Python, so I will encourage you to download uh, Spider for your IDE. They share the same template, okay? But for those of us who are interested in data science, I will encourage you to download uh, Python Jupyter Notebook for that. For those of us who are interested in web development, you can go with Visual Studio Learning. But for this class, I would recommend Visual Studio app for us. The Visual Studio or um, Either we use the Visual Studio or we use the Jupyter Notebook as we proceed. But let's get the basis. So I think I've answered your question correctly. Arrow is not a scripted language; it's a statistical package. Okay, so why JavaScript is a scripted language, not a full programming language. So let's proceed. So, like I said, the first step we need in programming is the programming language. What language we want to choose? So for this class, we are using a Python programming language. Okay. Now, the next thing we need for us to be able to solve our problem correctly, we need variables. Like I said, variables are just horses that enable us to what? To ride in the field of programming. So we must learn how to create good variables, and we must learn how to assign values to variable correctly. Once you can do that, your problem in programming is solved. Okay, so like you can see, I have some variables here. So this now, okay, when we get to variable creation, I will explain more about variables. Okay, the rules in creating variable. But for now, just get understanding that we need your variable can be as simple as just a letter X or a letter Y. Okay, can be an uppercase, can be a lowercase, so can be a word, can be, but your variable cannot be a Python language word. There are keywords in Python programming. If you observe, if I should type letter, let me type boy, you can see that the color is white. Okay, but let me type a Python language. Okay, so let me say 4. You can see that the color is green. Okay, so these are inbuilt language or inbuilt words that are in this programming language. We cannot use them as variable. Here is another one, none. When I type none, it is a programming language. You can see it's have a color green. Okay, so this is a programming language. I can't use it as a variable. So but I can just use another word. Let me say, um, let me just say small. I can call this my variable and assign it to a certain number. Let me say 8. And when I call small, and what do I have? And when I call this variable, I have my value as 8, what I assign to it. So my variable can be anything, can be D. Okay, when I assign D to 88 or 89, when I call D, I have 89 as my output. Okay, so variable can be as small as a single letter, can be as small as a word, but cannot be a the programming language keywords. Okay, so but when we get to programming variable creation, we understand those attributes better. But for now, variables are what? They are used to store data in programs. So our problems, we can store them in variables. What's this is a variable D. So I can save any problem I have, be it number, be it string, be it float, be it boolean, be it anything. We can have it in this. So this is what we call variable. So the second thing we must know, or second basic thing we must know while creating a variable is that we need a programming language, and we also need a variable. Okay. Now, the third thing we also need to know in creating a very simple program is that we also need the data type. What type of data are we putting or are we saving inside our variable? So this is the second thing we need to be able to write a good program. So we need to know the type of variable or type of data we are using. There are a lot of data, types of data, okay? So, but some for the fundamental type of data that we need, the first one is that we need A data type can be string. What does string means? They are just words, okay? Words, but they are in a quoted, they are in a quoted, they're inside the quotes. So I can see D is equal to, let me say, a boy. Okay, when I put it in quotes, you can see that the color has changed to red. Color can be anything, it can be any type of color, okay? Depends on the setting of your IDE, okay? So don't mind the color, but it's as long as you're using a certain IDE, there will be different in it. So when I call D or the type of D, when I call type of D, so when I run this, you can see it said D is a string, str. That's a short form of string. Okay, so that is a type of data. So we can also look at another type of data. When I change this from being boy, when I change it to, let's say, 0.78 is a decimal number. When I run D, we have it to be float. Okay, and when I change this from being this to another type of, let me say I change it to true. Okay, when I run this, I have it as bool. That's a short form of boolean. So meaning that so these are what we need to create a very simple program. We need the programming language, we need the variable, we need the type of data. Another thing we need is conditional. Conditional are just they are just used to make decisions. Conditional can be greater than, can be less than, can be switch statement, if statement, else statement. So when we get into the program, we understand what conditional means. Okay, so we need conditional for us to be able to make good decision. What when we use conditional to make a statement, we can say, okay, the boy is tall and dark in complexion. So when we are trying to use and in it, so there's a way in writing it in Python. Although we can use and, you can say it grains, it changes the color, is an inbuilt word, okay? And also we can also use Boolean and, okay? We can use the Boolean as hand. We can use them double. This is called ampersand, okay? So we can use ampersand to represent and we can use the word and. Okay. So when we are trying to make, these are conditionals. So when we are trying to make some conditional statements, okay, so we utilize this. So we need conditional to make our problem, okay, make our problem flow in that programming. So another thing we need is loop. Instead of doing some particular thing, writing a lengthy code, we can what? We can loop it. Okay. We can, instead of writing the boy is good, maybe in 100 places, with a very simple loop, maybe for each or four, we're going to have our code very simple and clean. Okay. So these are some steps we need. Another thing we need in creating good programming is a function. So we need a function. Functions are just like, they enable us to write short code, okay, to a lengthy code with a very short statement. So when you just define your function, very simple, very small numbers of lines, you can accompany a whole lot of lines, can save you from a lot of lines. Instead of writing 1,000 lines with 5 lines of functions, you'll be able to accompany 1,000 lines. So this is just the importance of function. So as we proceed, these are topics we are going to look at in our subsequent classes. So like I've explained already, object-oriented program. So they enable us to create what? They enable us to use a certain variables as objects. So by the time we start getting to classes, okay, we understand what oriented programming means. So it sees our objects or our variables as an object, okay. So like another thing we need to know in the Python, that's why many people have frustrations in programming, is that human nature, we are filled with a lot of error because of distractions of the mind. So when we have distractions, have erroneously create what program, some erroneous program. But by the aid of debugging our program, it enables us to identify those errors and fix them. There are some compilers or some ID that enable us to what? That enable us to detect errors. Like if I'm using Visual Studio Code as a beginner, it detects some errors for you that okay, this code has an error there. But if I'm using this Jupyter notebook, it will not tell me that I have error until I run the program before before it identify those errors. So let me create one for instance. When I type true, let me just remove this E and put K there. So, and when I run it, Python, Jupyter Notebook will be silent in this error. When I run it, it will identify the error that, okay, in my line, in this line, in the line one, there's an error there, okay? And it will identify that TRUK is not defined. It doesn't know what it is, so it will give you the type of error. But by the time I correct this, you'll see that it runs it correctly. So what have I done now? I've debugged that line. So when I have multiple lines that has error, so by the aid of debugging uh, knowledge, I'll be able to figure out my errors. So one thing I will encourage us in programming is that do the errors, okay, and correct them. Don't be frustrated with this error. When you get frustrated, you discover that your programming, the understanding of your programming will have some setback, okay? So make the errors your friend while you are learning program. I think I'm communicating. Can I get a response?
Yeah. But one thing I'd wanted to ask, please, Bello, is um you know the misspelling of truck. We can use that as a variable, is it? And so okay, truck is equal to, let's say, an integer or a float. Hello? Hello? Oh. Hello? Oh, maybe I've lost him. Hello? Oh, left the meeting.
I hear you.
We can hear you. Continue.
Okay. All I'm saying is because true is Python language, that's why I could identify it as error. But if I use my truck as a variable, it will allow me to run it because I've defined it. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say there. Yeah. Just to kind of understand the debugging that is because it has identified true as its language, but we can use anything, just like you mentioned, define it as a variable. I'm only trying to kind of understand, put my understanding in question anyway. Is that okay? I keep missing.
Yeah, that is very okay. All right. So I appreciate that. At least that means you are following the class effectively. Thank you. And can I get any other question as we proceed? All right. Okay, let me proceed. Like I was saying, we can derive, we can clear all our errors using debugging functions. Okay, so we must understand how debugging work. So the last thing we need to know is that why creating a very simple Python language. Okay, the first thing is to choose our language. The second thing is to define our variable. The third thing is to know what type of data we are using. Yeah, if you have a question, go on with your question, Tasio.
Okay, yeah, thank you. It's not a question, it's just like to add more light on what Ebun said. Yeah, the you can actually set truth that we write, and the Python appear to show us it is an error actually. So what she's saying all is that we can assign that as a variable. Of course we can do that. I think the only thing we cannot assign or declare or name it as a variable are those inbuilt function in Python or numeric values. We cannot assign number to be a variable. Like for example, let's say 5, then we assign it to be something. It won't work like that, I think. And also we cannot use space between two words. Maybe we are going to like assign first name, so we cannot use space and then use space name. We can only maybe use underscore, or we use happen in between. So I think that's all I
All
have. It's
right.
just a more
Thank
clarification,
you.
what she said. Yeah.
Thank you very much. We'll get to variable creation. We'll understand that more better. I'm just trying to explain as the syntax that enables us to create a good program. Thank you very much, Tasio. Anthony, you are raising up your hand. Can you go with a question? All right, while I'm waiting for Anthony's question, let me proceed. So another thing we must know before we create a good program, or before we write a good program, another thing we need to know is that uh, we must identify our IDE. That means Integrated Development Environment, IDE. So what is that IDE? It's just a software that enables us to write. Just the way you have your Microsoft Word, Excel for spreadsheet. So Microsoft enables us to type very well. Excel enables us to write, draw our tables and do calculations. Understand? So PowerPoint enables us to make presentations. That is how um, programming is. You must get an IDE that will enable you to what? To create your program effectively. There are a lot of IDEs on the net. One of the simple IDE we can talk about is VSC. VSC is standing for Visual Studio Code. You can use that. They are open source. You don't pay for it. You can go there and download them easily. Another IDE is your PyCharm. PyCharm is very heavy and is very okay. I love PyCharm because that was what I used to start Python programming. The PyCharm has a very good feature called a telesense. Telesense is that it gives auto completion before you type, and it has completed for you. It makes Python learning easier. Okay, I will also like to recommend Visual Studio Code. It also has a feature of IntelliSense, although you have to install IntelliSense into it. Once you install it, you are good to go. It's similar to PyCharm. Also, we have your Anaconda. Anaconda is also an IDE. So it's also an IDE. Anaconda IDE has a whole lot of softwares in it. It has PyCharm in it. It has Visual Studio in it. It has Spider in it. It has Jupyter Notebook and a whole lot of software there that will enable you to choose a lot of IDE for your program. Okay. Another one is your Jupyter Notebook and your Jupyter Lab. These are also IDEs that are very important while trying to learn Python. I Jupyter Notebook is highly recommended for those who are interested in data science. So you need Jupyter Notebook, okay? So, but for a general purpose, for the sake of general purpose and programming, you can also use it. But for this class, I'll be recommending Visual Studio Code or uh, Jupyter Notebook. So there's also for those who are not who does not have that capacity of having a functional system, that doesn't stop you from understanding how to program. There is Google Colab. Okay, it's a feature, is a website or a web page in Google that enable you to what to also write code online. So Google Colab is very important for those who are using mobile devices. So automatically it assigns you to a 4 gig RAM uh, capacity so you can run your code easily. So it's very okay too. So for those who are not having uh, this code in their machine, who are not having a laptop can also use their mobile phone to log into Google Colab and run their code easily. Okay, so in course of this program, we'll be making use of Google Colab too. All right, so that is what an IDE is. It's just a user-friendly environment that enables us to what, to write our code and debugs our problems. Okay, so and the 10th step we need to know why creating a program is what is the best practice. Like my friend here said that if you are writing a variable, you don't need to put space in between them. It will not work. So best practice is to concatenate them using some certain string or some certain symbols to join them together as word. So these are best practice. Don't name a variable with some certain short form that we before you get to your 1000 line, you've forgotten what variable you named earlier. Understand? So these are best practice. You must use double, like if you're using a PyCharm, PyCharm is created to use double line in your coding. Okay, double cell. What I mean by double cell is that your first cell will be here, your next step, just like you have two spaces here, so that it will be very clean. That's the design for a PyCharm. But other ID does not have that feature. Okay, so you must learn to use double line to write your codes as we proceed. So these are best practice when creating code. So your code will be writable, will be readable. So you will be able to share that code with someone who will also understand it and share an ideas with you. Remember, most codes will be taken to. You can take your codes to some community to ask more questions or clarity whenever you stuck. Okay, one of the most common uh, community is your GitHub. So there's a feature in GitHub, and you drop your code, there are people there who will give you a way out whenever you are having challenges. So also in this course, we are also going to create a GitHub account so that we can put our code there, because we will have some projects to work on as we proceed. So we can work on code, we can push codes to one another in there. So your code must be clean, must be readable. You must not use some shortcuts, short form of words while creating variables or functions. Create it and write your code so that it can be readable by others. So these are the best practices in programming. So when you follow this 10 step correctly, your programming, you'll be able to create a good program. So these are the bases we need for a good programming. So as we wind down, we'll quickly look at other forms of, we'll compare our Python with other forms of programming language. Like I've already said, Java was created before we have Python. So Python was created with some syntax of Java and JavaScript, as well as C. So these are where we pick Java from. So one of the major difference is that Python is dynamic, but Java is what? Is a static language or a static typed language. Okay. So these are some things. Static type means we must define it. If you remember those one of the code, or while writing a JavaScript code, you will have to identify the type. You say int before the variable. If your variable is, let's say, variable 1, you must put int before it before you assign it to a certain number, let's say 4. Okay, that is how you create variable in JavaScript, in Java. And when you create an int, what does it mean? You cannot change it. Okay, you've said this variable 1 is an integer and you cannot change it. Although it has its advantage, because it cannot lead us to error. If you are using a dynamic language, one of the disadvantages there is that a dynamic language, you might have forgotten you assigned it to a certain it was an integer at the time, and later you are using it as a string. But by the time you remember, oh, and you've assigned it to other uh, properties or other website, or you've used it in other forms, and you remember, oh, this is a string, and you have a lot of issues. Okay, so but why a static typed language, it has a static variable, integer, or you can say, okay, I create a variable 2 as string. You can assign variable 2. You can assign variable 2 to what? To 5, or to something like a string. Let's say this is a string. Okay, so this can be your variable 2. All throughout your coding section, variable 2 will remain as string. That is why why Java is what is static. But we've seen the dynamic nature of Python earlier. Okay, so these are some differences between Python and Java. Also, Python and C++. C++ is what? Is low-level language. It uses machine language, zeros and one. So, but Python understands what? It understands our natural language. Okay, you can write Python in different language, in Chinese, in Hausa, in English. You can use so many languages to write them. But for this course, we are using English language. Okay, so now we can also with JavaScript is a scripting what language. Okay, so like I said, it is commonly used for what web development. So but Python is a general purpose language. You can use it for game development. In this course we are going to learn game development too. We are going to learn web development a little bit, and also data science. We're going to do introduction to all of this in this course. So okay, so and one of the earliest languages is Ruby. Is one of the earliest language you can ever think of. Okay, so Ruby is also a high level language, but it is used mainly to build websites. Okay, so I hope you are feeling the attendance. The attendance is on the uh, chat box. Ensure you fill the attendance correctly. All right, so now we are in this section. We want to look at how to install a Python, or how to install Python on our machine. Like I asked the other time, how many of us, if you are using a laptop, can I see an emoji up? Show an emoji. All right. And at this stage, with the next 1 hour, I'm going to explain how we're going to install it. But if you don't have it in your machine, so I'm going to show you how to install it correctly. Okay, and we are going to write our first script before the end of the class. All right, so can you use the mic and answer if you have this machine, if you have Python on your system? Can you give us a thumbs up, or just let us know if you have Python in your machine? Do you have Python in your machine? You can use the mic to communicate. Let's do that quickly. All right. So okay. Someone said he has Anaconda. Okay. So, but you check if your machine has a Python. You can use Anaconda environment even without installing Python in your machine. Okay, you can have that and it will also work. So Anaconda 2 is okay. So, but check if your system has Python there. How do you check? Go to your command prompt. Okay, type CMD in your chat, in your start button. In your start button, type CMD and open your command prompt. Are you there? If you have a PowerShell, you can also use that to check if you have it. Okay. Yes. Anaconda has Spider there. Yeah, if you are the type that love R, I recommend Spider for you as your IDLE. Okay. So you can type CMD and check your command prompts so that we can confirm that you have this Python. And what version do you have? Let me see. If if you are using your machine, open your laptop. You can share. I can share the screen with you. Can share the screen with me so that let me see the type of version you have. Okay, what version? Can I get your version? I think the latest version is 3.12. Yeah, if you've opened it, just type Python. Just type Python and enter. Okay, so we can see the version you have. Mr. Sahon, are you there? I know last time you did not you were unable to install your Python. Have you done that successfully now?
I've not.
Okay. Share your screen immediately. Can you share your screen? Can you share your screen with us? Mr. Babatunde, do you have Python on your machine?
Hello, Paul. Good evening. It's
Yeah.
Usman here. Okay, I just put the link for the attendance form for
All right.
actuarial mathematics students. So I just put the link for it now. It's in the chat box.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry, I don't have Python on my system, so I'm trying to install it.
all right. So if you've done that, let's proceed to the next step. So just go to command prompt, typed Python, and you see the version you have. Mr. Osahon, are you there? You can visit this link and download it.
Yes, sir. It's you.
So I have the link in the chat box. Download Python. Okay. So while installing it, you can share your screen. So I will show you some things you need to take before installing it, some instructions you need to take. Okay, after downloading, you can share your screen. I show you the things. So save it, install your Python using the customize method. Okay, so installing it to your machine, use a customize, click the box, customize. Okay, before installing it. So you can visit this website and download it. So we have the latest version. Okay. So you download the latest version. So mine is being downloaded. So after downloading,
Hello.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm using a mobile phone. You mean I can do that on my mobile phone?
Oh no, you cannot do that with a mobile phone.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, use Google Colab if you are using a mobile phone. Okay.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Yeah, use Google Colab. So you can just type Google Colab. So assume we all have this in our machine. So let me assume we all have. So this is the website where you're going to download your Python. Okay. So my Python is still downloading. All right. My network is very slow, but we are progressing. So I'll show us how to install it. And also for those of us who have this machine or this device on our, for those of us who have this device or this software already, okay, so you can just go on to install IDE. Okay, so the recommended IDE for this class, we are using Visual Studio Code or the Jupyter Notebook. Edo, can you share your screen with your laptop? Edo, are you there? Madam Adebi, are you there?
Yes, I'm there, but I'm trying to go to, I mean, the CMD, recall what you taught me the other time and see if I can go step by step.
All right, share your screen immediately.
I'm coming. Let me even finish it. You didn't give me anything. Okay, yeah. Do you want me to share my screen now? Do you want me to share my screen now?
Yes, do that.
But you have to stop this. You asked me to use CMD. I've done that now. I've gone to check that I have this. So should I go to download all my documents?
Yes, I want to install an IDE for you.
Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. I think we place it. Was it document then or download? Let me see. I'm coming. The fact. Yes, I'm coming. I've done it. Okay. Let me. Okay, but before I can. Oh, where are we? I don't know. I've lost. Okay, I'm coming. Okay, I'm coming. Have you stopped presenting so that I can see present now? Okay. Choose enter one. Okay.
We are still waiting.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I can see your screen now.
Okay. What Bala sent, could I log into it, but it's asking me different kind of fill this one, do this. So I think the attendance form for the actuarial maths have not been able to, what's it called, filling. But I'll concentrate on the class. That's what matters for now. So you've seen my screen now, is it? Hello? Oh. Hello?
Screen is visible. Your screen is visible.
So what do you
Type
want me to do now?
type window D, the window function, or the window key on your keyboard, or go back to your desktop.
Okay. Should I? Okay.
Just minimize that page.
Okay.
Not
The,
exit, minimize.
yeah, that's the one
Use the
where I
minimize.
am now. Is it?
Yes.
So I minimize.
Yeah.
So what do you want me?
Minimize that page again. Minimize that page
Okay. Okay.
again. Minimize it again.
Okay.
Yes. Back to your desktop.
Okay.
So the last time we installed the Python. So
Yeah.
just type IDLE in your start
Search.
menu. Yeah, in your search.
I can type it here.
Yes, type IDLE.
IDLE. It's not even good. Okay, let me use
Yeah.
this that one.
Yeah, use the start menu
Yeah.
and type IDLE.
IDLE Python. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
do
can see.
Python.
Yeah,
I
so
do
open it.
Python.
Yeah, use the first one. Open it.
Should I use the first one or the second? Because the second one is the one we
Okay.
install later. The first one is
Yes.
311. The second one is 312.
Yes. So
So which one should I
that
open?
was, yeah, you open 312.
Okay. Oh, I should open it as run as administrator.
You can open it directly.
Okay, I've done that now.
So click on it.
Yeah.
So this is the Python environment. You can see it's not that friendly.
Yeah.
So you can just type 1 + 1
I
and
think I
run
did
it.
that one. Did that one the other day.
1. So you
And
run it. You have 2. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is similar to the CMD we ran last time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can type X, assign X to 5.
Okay. S equal to 5. Yeah.
No. What do you type?
You say I should assign X to 5.
No, say
As a-
X is equal to 5.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay. Then enter. Say X is equal to 3.
X is equal to 3. Enter.
Enter. No. Oh, sorry. It's supposed to be Y.
Y.
Okay. Yeah. The
Okay.
next one,
I
you
don't
can see.
want to-
You can't go
I
back.
I can't go back.
Yeah. So
Oh,
type
but it's
Y
going to
now.
assume the latest Y. I mean,
Yes.
latest X.
Yes.
So I will say Y equal to 5 now.
Y is equal to 5.
Okay. So that enter
Then
S plus Y
plus
or
Y.
S times Y. Okay. Let's say
Okay.
S
Or X
Y.
times Y.
Okay.
Okay.
15.
And what do we have?
We have 15.
That's fine. So that means your Python is working correctly. Okay.
Okay.
So, but the environment is not friendly. Okay.
Okay.
Like we saw, we had an error the other time. We are unable
Yeah.
to go back and change our error. You can see.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
these are the shortcomings of this IDLE. So we
Okay.
need to download an IDE. Okay. IDE stands for Integrated what? Development Environment. So we need
Okay.
to
IDE.
install that. Yeah. We need to install that to enable us to make these corrections and give us a friendly environment for programming. With this, it is difficult to create scripts, okay? It is difficult
Okay.
to create scripts. So,
Okay.
although we can also create scripts, but
Yeah,
is
but if we make mistake, it's not going
is
to
not,
allow us to debug.
yes, it's not easy to
Okay.
debug because of these shortcomings. So we need to
Okay.
install, right? So go to your browser.
Should I shut this down now?
Yeah, completely.
So if I go to my browser, which of them again?
Use your Google Chrome.
Google Chrome.
Yes. Then
And
type Visual Studio Code VSC.
VSC,
SC. Yeah.
VS Code.
Yes. So the
Okay.
first one with the blue color.
The ribbon one.
Yes.
So am I downloading it or I just go to,
Download.
I should go straight to download?
No, open it. Open the
First.
website completely.
Okay. I'm rejecting it. Then,
So download for Windows. So you're using the window, right?
okay. Yeah. So
So you download.
I hope it's downloading. Okay. It is, yeah. Getting started. Done. It said it's done. Yeah. It said it's done. I don't know.
Okay, you've downloaded it.
Yeah, that's what it said. It said done.
Okay. Go to your download. You can just shut down that
Okay.
page. So go to download. These are those of us who have laptop. We can also follow this procedure. Okay.
So it's in my download. Should I?
Yes.
Okay.
So for those of us with laptop, so accept. I hope we are saying the procedure.
I hope you know what I'm accepting because I've not
Yes.
read anything.
Yeah.
Next.
Okay, we can read it together if you feel like.
No. I'm only saying that because even if I read it, I will have 50% understanding for now. So
Yeah.
next, is it?
Yes, next.
Okay. And
So
saying to continue, click next.
yes,
Like
click next.
select a different folder, please browse. So should I click next rather than browse?
So click next.
Okay. And then to continue, if you like to select next again.
Yes.
Now this is where we have to pick, create a desktop icon, add open with code, add open with code action. So don't want us to make mistake like that. Additional icon.
Yes.
So what do you want me to click?
Move on. Move on next.
No, I shouldn't click anything here.
Yes, move on.
Okay. Install. So why do we have to go this far? Is it because it's the new version or what? I thought
Yeah.
shortcut to just download the Python and run everything without going through much trouble.
Yes. There are other ways because like I prefer using a Jupyter notebook, but this one is good for a beginner, okay?
Okay. So we are not going to use Jupyter notebook now.
We are going to use it also.
Okay.
So
Finish.
I'm installing finish. So I'm installing 2 devices for us.
Okay.
2 IDE that we're going to be
Hello, sir. I would like to ask the Jupyter Notebook, the Anaconda, which one is the best?
Yes. Anaconda is okay.
Hello, sir.
Anaconda is very okay. The only problem with Anaconda is that
Hello,
Anaconda
sir.
is. Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me? Anaconda is heavy, okay, but it's the best. If you have Anaconda, you are fine.
Oh, heavy means it's going to occupy a lot of space. Is that what you mean?
Yes. So it will
Okay.
slow down your system. If you are using a very small system, maybe with a RAM of 4 gig RAM, you
Mm,
have problems in running Anaconda with Jupyter
okay.
Notebook. But if you're having 8 gig, 16 gig RAM system, oh, you are fine with Anaconda, is the best.
Okay.
So if you are using Anaconda for this program, no problem. Okay. So now remove the window.
I'm here now. So welcome. So I don't know.
So remove this window icon. Just remove it.
This
That
where I have
X.
now.
Where we
Just
have no, not there. Come towards the left.
mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, yes. Remove that page. All right. So click on this blue icon
Blue.
at the
Yeah.
left. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
No, the file.
The file because I was
Yeah.
wondering that. That's the
So
file.
we have a new page. Click new.
New text file or new file.
New text file. Or new
But
file rather.
yeah, because the new file contain control alt window and this stuff.
Yeah.
New
Create a
file.
new file. So, but before then, before we create a new file, I want us to have a folder where we're going to save this file in. Okay.
Okay.
So come to your Explorer.
Explorer again.
Yeah, down here.
Yeah.
No, not there. No. Three icon to the left. Four icon to the left of this. No, where
Yeah.
you are the other time. No.
Oh,
The
okay,
file
okay.
explorer is in the
Yeah.
folder.
Yeah, not that one.
I'm
Yes.
coming. I'm trying
Not
to
that
see.
one.
Uh, uh, uh.
Yes. No,
No, it shouldn't be this one. No,
no.
that's
The next.
it's this one. Is
No,
it?
not that one. Five icon from that one
Yes, the one that looks like a file, a folder that
with
is color
yellow
yellow.
color.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Thank you. All right.
So come to your document. Click on the document.
Okay.
So just click an empty space and click an empty space in the right of where you are.
Yeah.
Yes, right click your mouse.
Okay. It's not allowing me to. Okay,
Yes,
I've done it now.
you can see new.
New
Yeah, you see
and
new folder. Yeah, we open the folder. Name it as Visual Studio Code.
visual.
No, delete what we have there initially.
Oh, sorry, I didn't. I was just typing.
Just name it
Visual
VSC. Name it VSC.
VSC.
Okay, type
Uh-huh.
enter.
I should type enter. Why
Just
don't
press
I
the
put
enter button.
what's the name of this institute? Because I'll forget. I have a lot of things.
Okay.
So can I do something like this?
Yeah.
Sir?
Oh, good.
Yep, man. Is it double N again? I've forgotten.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is it double N or one?
No, it's single hand.
Okay.
Single hand. Yeah.
Mhm. So this makes it much better for me. Yeah.
So
So
enter. Just type the enter button.
yeah.
Yeah. So we have a folder.
Okay.
Yeah, go back to your Visual Studio.
So I will always save it in this. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So we can go
Go
back
back
to
to
our new file. Yeah. Okay.
and then
So click file.
click
Not the
file.
Jupyter. Yeah, file.
test file.
Yeah.
This one I should click, the first one.
Okay. Yeah, do that.
Okay.
So press Control S.
Control X as in sugar or S as in
S as in save sugar.
okay. Control S. Okay.
So rename it.
Oh, okay. As BSC.
Yeah. Call it. Type it as main. MAIN main. .py.
Main. MAIN.
Yeah. .py.
.KY.
Py. P for Paul. Y
Okay.
for yam.
Okay. PY. Oh, Python.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Save.
Then don't save yet. Locate that file we created. Come to your documents.
Oh, and ensure is here.
Yes. Open that file.
I've opened.
No. Right click
Okay.
or double click.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can save it there.
Oh, save. Okay. Now I got it.
So
Oh my God.
now we'll save it. You can see that we are now having a logo of Python there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
The main
fine.
Python. Yeah.
That's the main Python. So
Yeah.
we can just type
Anything.
anything. Hello.
Okay. Hello.
No, create a variable. Or you can
Oh,
just type
okay. Oh, okay. Oh,
say x is equal to
okay.
hello.
Okay.
X.
X equal to
Type a quote. Put it in. Okay, x is equal to 5.
I wanted to put it in quotes. That's what I'm looking.
Okay.
Sorry. Hello. Okay. Yeah. I've done that. Should I say hello? Hey, have I lost him?
Yes, go ahead. I think he has some network glitches.
Oh, okay.
And enter.
So I should enter now.
Yeah.
And why
Yeah,
should
you can call it maybe by just writing X.
Oh, okay. To call it out. Okay.
Yeah.
S and enter.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe you need to use the print function. Print X. You can see X.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I have to use print function.
Yeah.
Print. Okay. Print X. You know, or because
Put the X, the X, put it in bracket. I mean,
yeah. Okay. I hope it will allow me to. It's because of the space. Yeah, sorry. I should know by now. Still not. I think there's something is happening. Let's go to hello. No, okay. I think. Let me go back. I know what is happening. That's one thing about this program. It start frustrating you even before you start it. The question is, can I delete line? Hello? Nobody's answering again. Hello? It's still not happening.
yes. You said sorry.
Yeah, I've gone back now. X is equal to hello, but print hello, call hello. What should I do?
Okay. Wait, I'm coming. Sorry.
Okay.
Let me confirm that.
It should be X equal to hello. Okay. Oh. If I say, let me do type of X. Let me even see whether that one will help. Let me see. Still not doing anything. Maybe I'm not using the right command.
No, it's okay. I think I'm coming.
When we start like
Yeah.
this, let's see.
Sorry, I lost my connection initially. I'm back. So type
Okay.
X and run now.
I've
So we're
typed
going to
X
have problems, okay?
and it's not running.
Yes, the problem is that we need to install Python in this environment. The environment is not having Python, okay? So look your left, the bottom right of your screen.
Bottom right or left. Is
Yeah.
that what- Here.
No, down to the left,
Now.
okay? Not there. The other side, yes. You can say
Okay.
install Python, right?
No. Yeah.
So type that button install.
So we haven't installed Python since with all what we've
No,
done.
on this in this environment, we've not installed Python. So we need to
Okay. So
install
which
Python.
one is the main dot py that we did?
We just create a script.
Okay.
So that is how to create a script. Your script can be found in that folder we created earlier.
So what's the I mean, what's the meaning of a script for a layman language? What can we identify it? Is it like a plain sheet or what?
Okay, a script is just similar to a document. Just like in your MS Word, you have a document, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you create a document, that is a document. In an Excel, you create. So the
In an
one we
Excel,
created,
I lost you there.
name
In
it
an
as
Excel,
main.py is a script.
I lost you. Say in
So
an
while we are
Excel.
waiting for this to install, okay,
Mm,
just minimize your
okay. I should minimize this one now.
ID we'll be using. Minimize completely.
But it's saying start new file.
Go
Open.
back
I'm not gonna
to
do
your start
anything here.
button.
I'm not gonna do anything here. No.
While we are waiting for that,
Okay. So where do you want me to go
okay, I
again?
guess it has installed, okay.
Is it?
So you can run your main.py now and let's see.
Where is that?
No.
Where is the main
Okay.
word?
When you create a document in Excel, it's called an Excel sheet.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So
We'll come back to that later.
okay, so now
Yeah. Can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you. I was like,
Now go to your start menu. Go to your start menu.
and leave this one.
Yes, we'll come back to this.
Should I minimize or just leave it like that?
But hold on for a while. Hold on for a while.
Okay.
You've installed Python on.
Yeah, as you can see, I've done the Python one.
Okay. Yeah. So remove this this welcome window. Remove it. So now you can run your X. Save it and run. Press Ctrl S.
Control S.
So this white substance, yeah, the white dots will change.
Has it changed now? No.
No, you've not saved it.
How do you want me? I've not run it, so you just want me to save it like that? How will I
Yes, save.
Right click and save or what?
No, just Ctrl S and save.
Go Control X.
S. Yeah.
Can't I save? Can I do it here in case of future?
Okay, yes.
So that I will be sure I save it.
Yeah, click and you save. Yes.
It gives me peace of mind than the controls. At times I might think
All
I've
right.
clicked.
So You can see the run button here.
Where is the run
The
button?
run button, yeah, towards the left of this script you've created. No, come
Run
to X. Not that. That's not it. Come
here.
to the main. Yeah. Come to
Uh-huh.
the left towards the far end where you have these three dots here. At
Here.
the yes. Look at the button. The first button there.
Here.
Yes, that is the run.
Oh,
Run
okay.
Python.
So I won't be using enter.
No, to run. No.
Uh-huh.
So you run now. What do you get?
Nothing is still coming up. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, same user give, I don't know. Terminal. It's telling me some things about terminal, about this, about that.
Oh. Okay. Click on this plus icon.
The
Plus.
yellow one.
No. This plus before at the end of the
Here.
yes. No, the plus.
The plus itself.
Yeah. Click on command prompt there.
Ah, okay. Okay. So which one should I click on? The Python or what?
Yeah. No.
Oh.
From
Okay, I
you
can
know what? We'll come back and fix that.
see trouble information.
We'll come back and fix that, okay?
Should I cut it off here?
No, don't cut it off.
I can't
Write
close the panel.
write the name of your script, okay? Main. Type main here.
What?
Just type main.
Here.
No. Here.
Oh, okay. Main.
Dot
Dot
py.
py. This is getting off.
Yeah. Press enter.
Why can't it just be simple?
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? Object not found. The term main is not recognized the name of the CMD let function.
Okay, don't worry. We'll fix that up. Let's hold that. We'll fix it up. So come back to your let's use another.
I've lost you there. Oh, sure.
So we need to link
I
that
lost you, so
environment.
I didn't hear.
Minimize. I will fix that up later.
Okay.
So come to your CMD.
Should I minimize this whole page here?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Should I minimize this whole one here?
Am I clear?
It's like the wavelength is different. Should I minimize this particular place, or what do you want me to do?
Yes, minimize it completely.
Okay. Okay.
So minimize this page also.
Okay.
So come to your CMD.
My CMD again from the start.
Yes.
Okay. CMD. And then run the admin or which one?
Yes. Runs as admin.
Oh my God. Yes.
All right. So type PIP.
IP. Oh, PIP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give a space.
Space.
Yeah.
Okay. Or under.
No, a space.
Okay.
Type install.
I should type install.
Yes. Give a space. Type Jupyter.
Jupyter. Jupyter.
No,
Is that
PY.
or is
PY.
Y?
Yeah. Yeah. That's all. Run. Type enter.
Enter. Yeah, pray you can enter. See now, this thing is stubborn.
We'll get it right. Yeah, we
Oh
are
my god.
loading
You see what I mean? It's scary.
the code that much.
Oh my god.
Let's wait for some minutes.
Okay. Oh my god.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Please, there was an attendance link I sent to the chat box before. So it's for those in actuarial maths. So whenever you're done with the class, you can just fill it. It's just to mark today's attendance, to know the people that were present.
Yeah. Zip library. Okay.
Still installing.
I think so. I'm not touching anything now.
Hello.
Yeah.
So these are all what is it going to the library, because I can see math plot library, I can see
Yes.
beta course. So it's gone to buy all these things now.
Yes. All the software that is required, or all the libraries that is required, will be
Required.
installed. Yeah.
Okay.
There's others we're still going to install as we progress. Okay.
Okay, there's
But
web
for now,
color.
these are just the basic. So it is successful.
How do you know? Because he said system 32. Is that?
Don't worry about that. So type Python.
I should type Python now.
Yes.
I don't know if I know the menu. Okay.
Give a space.
Space.
Type minus.
Minus. Okay. Minus as in. Okay.
Yes. Type
Minus.
M. M. Just small letter M.
Head or hem?
M. M for man.
Okay.
Then give a
Space.
space.
And type pip.
Type notebook.
Notebook.
Run.
Enter.
Yes. Are the code scary?
That's what I'm saying. It's
Okay.
as simple as it could be. It says select an app to open this HTML
Yes.
file. So
Yes.
should
Click
I
the
select the
first one.
visual, the
No,
VSC
no,
one?
no, the first one. The
Micro-
Microsoft Edge.
Edge. That's what I should select.
Yes.
Why?
We are using another ID. Don't use always. Use this once.
Okay.
So
There you are.
we are using another ID. Okay. So this is a Jupyter notebook. So
Now.
we switch. Yeah, this you can see we are having Jupyter notebook here, right? So it's loading from the local host. So we'll use this often. And this app or this notebook is mainly used for those who are interested in data science. Okay.
Okay.
So we have Jupyter notebook. You can see it's similar to the environment I was running the other time, right?
Oh, yeah.
Mine was color black. So
Okay.
if you want to use color black, come to setting.
But
Click the setting.
maybe I should be using what I can see.
So click the theme. The theme.
Yeah.
So
And
use
dark.
the dark lab. Yes.
Maybe.
Oh, interesting. What do we have? You have a dark lab.
Why do
Fine.
people like that lab? Okay.
So
A difference. All right.
do you prefer this or the white one?
It's okay. At least I'll be in the same page like you.
That's fun. All right.
Yeah.
So now go back to that VS Code. So go from here, locate, just move down
Okay, move down here.
to documents.
Document. I should find it in D if everything is normal. But it's not there. Or could it be in another place?
Okay.
Please, can you go and tell your dad I should
Okay, you know what?
tell your dad I should license?
Click on this FX folder.
Which one?
Click on this folder. Yeah.
Which folder?
Okay. On that select, you can see select there. There's an
Select.
icon here. Yeah.
Oh, select. I can't see
Yes. At the top on the file. Look at the file.
from the file. Select
Yeah. Yeah. That folder there. That's empty space.
this
Go
one.
down. Yes. Yes. Click on it. What do you have?
I don't even know what I have because it's not showing anything. Should I click
Okay.
again?
Okay. Click on file. Let's go to file. Use the file. Let's see.
This one or the
File.
upper one?
The upper one.
Right click or normal click?
No, just click. Let's see what's bringing up.
No, this is just so. Where are we now? Open from
Okay.
save and export notebook. Log down, shut down. That's all what he
Okay.
has here.
Nothing more.
Nothing. You
And
want
you
me to
cannot
go?
find.
You want me to go to document, isn't it?
Yes.
Document is
Check
done.
if you can have documents here. Okay. Go back to the extreme top of this page. Just go up. Yeah. Let's look for documents.
I was thinking document should be where D is, if I'm right. But I will start
Yes.
from beginning again. So I don't know. See, there's no document there. DSC is what I found.
You know what? Click that. Close that page.
I should close this
Close.
one.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God.
Go to your CMD. Go back to
Again?
CMD. Close CMD.
Oh, I thought you want me to open another CMD. Which one is the CMD now? This one?
Close the yes. Close the CMD. All right.
Okay.
So go back to your start menu. Type CMD.
I hope.
We have 9 more minutes.
That's what I'm saying. I hope we can finish all this. Go
Yes.
to
We'll
admin.
round up. Run it as an administrator. Yeah.
That's why people run away from programming. You just get lost. See now?
All right.
Like going
So type Python.
space
Space
minus
M minus M.
space notebook
Yeah. Notebook.
and then run.
Then run. So this is how we're going to be opening our environment. Okay.
I hope it opens now because you don't even know what is happening. It's a headache. Now I'm back there again.
Yeah. Don't worry. I want us to locate that file, that folder we create earlier. Okay. But
Okay,
it's
oh,
not
that
coming
was
up
why
with
you
that.
asked me to shut down in case it's because we didn't
Yes.
shut down. Okay.
Yeah.
I
But
pray
it's not coming up.
it's
But
not.
don't worry. Don't worry about that. Is bringing your file from the roots. Okay. But just move down if we will see V. Go to V. Can we save that folder with V?
Yeah.
Can we have anything in V? No. V should be help.
Yeah, V should be. See, it's not coming as V as well.
Okay. Don't worry. Okay. So
Okay.
click come to new here.
New. Okay, yeah. This place.
Yes.
Right
on
click
new,
or just click?
just click. So you see
Oh,
new
okay.
notebook.
I've seen notebook
So let's create a folder.
for this one.
Yeah.
Should I click on the notebook?
Yeah, click on the notebook.
Oh, wow. Okay, oh, Python 3. Select kernel.
Yeah. Select, click always and select.
Always.
Yes, and select.
Let me see. Oh my God.
Always and select. Yeah. So you can type your x is equals to hello
Are we
world.
not going to save it again now? Because
And
that's
don't worry.
okay.
We are not, it's save automatically. The moment you create it, it's save automatically.
So I can type my S hello now
Is
and let's see.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
X is assigned to hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. In the new line, type
Hello.
enter.
Enter and then
Type X.
okay. Should I say type S or just X?
Yeah, X, X. Yeah.
Enter.
Then click on run. Can you see run button? Something like play?
Yeah. So it should be run, not enter again. Where is the
No,
run?
you can.
Up here.
Yes.
Okay.
Click on run, and you have hello.
Hmm.
Your program is
Hello,
successful.
everybody.
All
Am I
right.
the only one in the class? Oh my God.
No. We are much in the
No,
class.
yeah, no,
So,
we are following.
God bless
all
you.
We are
right.
not. We are following. We
I
are
thought
with
I'm
you.
the only one.
We're following you.
All right. Thank you.
So that's your first program. Okay.
Okay.
Congratulations for
We
that.
have
You are
been
now a
following you.
programmer.
Congratulations on your first program. Let me even clap. Well done for your effort.
Thank you, everybody.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. We really appreciate the class. We enjoy the class.
Hello. Thank you so much,
All
everyone. Thank
right.
you. Thank you.
You try, you
So
try.
we'll take it off from here. So let me quickly summarize the class before in the next 3 minutes. So we can ask our questions and we end the class today. So
Okay.
what we've done so
Okay.
far, we've learned how to install Python and using the website, downloading it from the website. Then you choose your type of system, Windows, Mac, Apple, everything, you install it. The next thing is to install an IDE integrated.
Should I stop sharing so that others can benefit from you?
We
Hello?
chooses X as our variable. So X was our variable, and before we choose our variable, we chooses our IDE. So in this class, yeah, I can hear you.
So
In this
I was
class, we
thinking your
downloaded to
Yeah, you can stop sharing. It's fine. I mean,
yeah, so that others can.
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So in this class, we downloaded two IDE, Visual Studio Code, and we installed Visual Studio Code, and we also install the Jupyter Notebook. Okay. For the sake of others who has an Anaconda, oh, that's beautiful. You don't need to go through all this stress. Okay. The only disadvantage there is that Anaconda is heavy. Okay. Anaconda is heavy. That is the only disadvantage. All right. But for those who have Anaconda, just install Conda. You can also install it with a code. Just like pip install Conda. Okay. Install your Anaconda, then you run it. Automatically, it has Jupyter Notebook there. So today, I believe everyone has Jupyter Notebook on their machine and they have Visual Studio Code. So, and you've successfully created your first Python script. So in the next class, I will teach us how to use the shortcut in Jupyter Notebook and also how to use some shortcuts in Visual Studio Code to create scripts. Okay. So at this junction, you can ask a question. Any question?
My own question is, I can successfully close all the windows I've opened in the process of
Oh,
yes, is that
yeah, you can close everything down. Okay,
all
close
right?
everything.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your time and thank you for sharing your screen.
No, I should say thank you to everyone and thank you for your patience.
All right,
Uh,
Mr.
Thank
Mr. Paul.
you, thank you,
Yeah,
thank you.
All
that's
right,
you.
all right. God
Yeah.
bless you.
Mr. Paul, please.
Yeah, that's your video.
This
Ma,
morning, right?
you
Inside the
try,
Mark,
you try better, ma.
can you? Sorry, Abroshit, can you mute your mic?
Okay.
Yeah. Can you convert it maybe to PDF and then so that we can later share with them?
Okay, this class.
Yeah.
All right, I will send my this notes immediately.
Yeah, the notes. If you can share it with convert it to PDF and we later share with them, that would be fine actually.
I'll do that.
Yeah. Yeah, good.
So Abdul
All right,
Rashid, you
sorry,
can go
how
on.
about the attendance link, sir? The
Yeah, it's still
attendance
very,
link, sir.
yeah,
Okay, no
very
problem.
much
Let me
active.
talk to the one in charge. He will drop the link now.
I've done mine
Okay.
anyway. The attendance, I filled the form. It's
Okay.
on the message.
Yeah, check the chat box, the message, our
I
chat
think
box.
he
Yeah.
dropped out and come back. Maybe I've seen the time that network maybe lock him out. So please do share the attendance link again, Usman.
Okay, let me bring it now.
Yeah.
All right, thank you all, and I'll see you. I think this time is more convenient, right?
Yes, this time is
Yes,
what
it
could be.
is. For me,
It is not that convenient, but I've sent my message, and I mean I've sent my message anyway. So, but things
Yeah, I've
will
seen.
turn up. Yeah,
We will review and get back to you.
yeah.
All right.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah, I've put the attendance link in the chat box again.
Yeah.
Okay, I've done it already anyway. I hope you've received mine.
Yeah. Paul, you can stop recording.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Congratulations, you are coding and doing attendance at the same time. You have been
Yes.
wonderful this night.
Thank you very much. I'm trying my best.
Yes, well
Thank
Paul,
done.
you can
Really
stop
appreciate it.